Good afternoon, welcome to Mississauga Lake. Why should we do overhead squats? Or why is it important to include this in our training program? I like to do a wide stance like this, and such that when we're performing the squat pattern, you'll strengthen the internal and external rotators of the hips, as well as when the muscles are lengthened. Here, the leg position first, the hips, the knees, and the feet should all be pointing same direction. When you perform the squat, you need to be sure as you come down, the knee tracks the same direction as the toes. So often if the adductors are tight, when people perform that squat move, then the knee will tend to drift in. So this is an excellent way to help to balance the alignment of the leg, but just be sure hips, knee, and toes throughout the entire movement pointing same direction. Now the grip. So I like to use a broomstick. Your hand can be like this underhand grip, overhand grip, narrow or wide. Basically whatever you prefer. First, if we try like this overhand grip low, if that's comfortable for you, great. If you're able to do underhand grip, let's give that a try. If your shoulders aren't comfortable, no, okay, arms down. If you can lift overhead, now we're just going to do a hold. So you decide, either your arms are down or arms are held overhead. I prefer underhand grip. And in that manner, what happens, the shoulder blades, and everyone rest for a moment, that the shoulder blades, when your arms are up, overhead, internally rotated, the scapula, the shoulder blade fully upwardly rotates under the armpit, so that gives you the maximal lengthening of the lats. So when you perform the squat, you'll get good strength and solid support, building up the muscles in your back, the lats, the serratus anterior, all the trapezius muscles, as well as optimal core support. All right, so let's give it a try. So legs are out, wide according to your ability. Arms, I'm going to do underhand grip, arms up. Again, you can have your arms down or overhead, arms narrow or wide. Keep the arms stiff and straight, slightly pulled down on the baby side of your hand, baby finger side of the hand. Good. Okay, now that when you do perform that action, again, it will get deeper into aligning your rotator cuff and holding that joint in place. Okay, now we're going to do the squat. Keep the knees out as you squat down. You don't have to go low. Again, depending on the width of your stance, depending on the strength and the alignment and the lengthening of your adductors and abductors around the hips, that will determine the depth of your squat. Only 1 or 2 inches is fine. Be sure that you do not allow the back to hyperextend, so the pelvis might be slightly tucked under. What I mean is this, that sometimes when people are here, if your core isn't sufficiently strong, what happens is the back will start to arch like this. So you need to keep the pelvis tucked slightly, so as you squat down, there should be no variation of the lower back. Rest. Okay, next we'll do a few more repetitions here. I generally do a set of 20. I use this as a warm-up before doing other types of lower body strengthening, like a set of squats or sets of lunges. I like to do this as a preparation to align the hips. We'll do a full set here of 20. Keep the arms set so your core is engaged the entire time. Keep the arms stiff. Try not to let the elbows bend. Again, to maximize your core support. Make sure the knees are tracking the same direction as the toes. Keep the knees out. At the low position, squeeze your glutes together. Keep the glutes engaged right to the top. Okay, now let's work on sequencing, the timing here. The knees should flex at the same time, and the knees should extend at the same time. Ideally, your adductors, the groin muscles, it should feel even on both sides. In most cases, I find people are a little tighter on the right. I would say driving is a factor. Keep the arms really stiff, core is engaged. As we're moving up and down, I like to think of a plumb line. If you think of your tailbone directly to the floor and then up. Yep, tailbone directly down in between the heels. Engage your glutes to lift you. Another compensation is sometimes people rest, everyone. Another compensation, again, because of weak glute, often the hips maybe shift forward like this as you do the squat. So be sure the hips are traveling directly or forward, up and down like this. Okay, I'm Uttara. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Please see the other videos on my YouTube channel and join our Zoom classes. We do lots of really fun things. Keep you strong and healthy. Thank you so much. Have a great day.